It could well be that there are as many as a couple 100,000 black Jews in America today. That could well be.
I also take exception with your vast underestimation of how many potential Israelites could be here in America. It shows that you have not researched this subject as well as you claim to have researched this subject. And I'm going to use one group. I'm not going to use the Akan, the Yoruba, and others. I do acknowledge that there are others. I'm going to point out something to you specifically, Dr. Brown, that you may not know. Now, if you Google how many African Americans have Igbo ancestry, you'll see right here. This is a quote from Wikipedia, but I'm going to show you some other sources in a second. This is just the first thing that comes up when you Google it. It says Chambers has been quoted saying, "My research suggests that perhaps 60% of black Americans have at least one Igbo ancestor." So that's the high end, 60%. The presence of Israelites along the Niger River had been known by Jewish authorities in the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, Lithuania, and Suriname. You guys go check out my videos. I cover this. I cover all of this in multiple videos over the last few years, talking about Israelites along the Niger River and the transatlantic slave trade taking place in the exact place that Israelites were known to be. The Igbo are Israelites, and 30 to 60% of black Americans have an Igbo ancestor. Well, we have to determine how many black Americans they are. So in 2020, according to the Census Bureau, 41.6 million black Americans lived here in America. And so if we look at 30% of that number, there are 12,480,000. If we look at 60% of that number, it is 24,960,000. So somewhere between 12 million and 24 million black Americans have Igbo ancestry. And as we just read, a Sephardic Jewish organization known as the Obadiah Alliance declared Igbo to be descendants of ancient Israelites. Well, if you look at those numbers and compare them to the numbers of the people in Israel today, you will see that the number of Israelites over here potentially vastly exceeds the number of people who call themselves Jews in the land of Israel today. So your number of maybe a couple 100,000 is off. Now, let me show you how much it is off. Remember, 30 to 60% of black Americans have an Igbo ancestor. You claim that maybe a couple 100,000. So if we use a percentage calculator right here, let me see. All right. So if we put in 200,000 is what percent of 41.6 million, we get 0.48%. So it is your belief that less than a 0.5% of black people here in America could be Jews, yet the numbers seem to indicate that upwards of 12 to 24 million, maybe more, are likely to be Jews.